what do we want to see against this Brazil side? They're I don't want to get into the old lore of Brazil and USA here, but we can't act like there's not some rivalry there. It's kind of like reemerged in recent years with the Olympics and the Gold Cup in 2024. But a lot of the history between them were throwbacks. We're talking like, early aughts Olympic games and things like that in World Cups. But now it's kind of reemerged. And these are two new teams and two programs in completely different eras. So we can't tap too much into that in my opinion. But as far as starting 11s that you want to see go up against this Brazil, I'm going to go with you, Darian. Let's go with your projection for this game.
Okay, chat, don't yell at me.
Oh boy.
Now that I made this a couple days ago, but now I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this makes sense why I chose this. Campbell in the back, I think we saw this in the last camp. Jane gets the start first. She has the most experience. She's going to hold it down. She's going to set the tempo. When I think for the younger keepers looking at this position, Campbell's been experienced, so I'm giving her the start. It's a good way to learn. Dunn, I think she still got the left back position on lock. Sams is going to be there. Sonnet holding it down in the back with Fox. That position is also on lock for Fox. Coffee in the 6, Heaps, and then Shaw at the 10. And I think we're going to see Macario and Shaw. We saw glimpses of them combining and finding each other in pockets. That's a relationship I really want to see more of. Talking about where we need more depth. If Rose Lavelle is out, as much as she has been in the past, we need somebody there that can fill in and bring that X factor, that quality that we need in that 10 position. Macario at the 9, Ryan, Yaz on the right, because I think she needs more minutes. I think we saw glimpses of her brilliance. She was taking long distance shots in the last camp. We just need her to get one. And then Alyssa Thompson on the left, because Sandra, you said it. She be cooking in the NWSL. She's confident. She's playing with that chip on her shoulder. She's a leader. She's only 20. Give her the start on that left side. Let her cut in and score some goals against Brazil.
I like it. You're going with some. It's funny to even call them like tried and true, because like I think of like Jane Campbell.
Yeah,
and it's like
they got like
technically got like less. Does she have like less than like 30 caps at this point? You're like, oh yeah, you're going with the old reliable, and it's just like what?
I did my best to go with like the experience. And, like, I think the average age was like 24 with this group.
Yeah, it's still gonna be young for sure. I dig it though. How about you, McCall? What have you got cooking for Brazil?
Okay, Dee, we weren't far off. We kind of swapped on sides a little bit. So, for example, I had Sonnet at left back. And the reason I like that is because Sam's is a little bit more green and new, and she's right-footed, so she'll feel a bit more comfortable on the right center back. Sonnet at left, she has more experience. Dunn, always holding it down at left back. Can't wait to see her play, because we haven't been able to watch her in the NWSL much, so this is where everyone's excited if you're a Dunn fan. Fox, consistent all day. Coffee, anchor in the midfield. Heaps, kind of that linking player, that 8. And then I had Macario at the 10. And the reason for this is because she needs to create and use her brilliance. And in that 10 position, she'll be able to connect the lower midfield with her attacking line. And I don't want to waste her energy as the first line of press. Let's let Hatch do that. She is so good and provides so much energy to really steer the opposing back line into a certain direction. And so then A. Thompson and Ryan can eat more, baby. Ryan on the left, because she'll cut in and hit with her right. And then Alyssa Thompson, man, I've just been loving watching her with Angel City. She's on the right for Angel City. She gets the ball a lot and drives inside, which really offsets your opponent. I love that about her, so then they can create more in the attack.
I love it. I don't think there's going to be, the beautiful thing about like projected 11s in this case, I don't think there's going to be 11 that drops where I'm just like, I don't like that. I'm going to like every single one. Like, I'm just so excited to see like who's actually going to be in the mixer for this one against Brazil, because it's a good opponent to kind of, test your chops a little bit. For me, I might have some moves on my.
I knew you were gonna have. Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix it up. I figure if they're projections, go ahead and be bold. I think the boldest one is going to be at the goalkeeper position for me. I've actually got Tullis Joyce getting a start.
Oh, I love that.
I need to see it. Let's go. We need to see it come to life. I said I'm getting really close to being a Giselle Thompson truther, and I've got her on my starting 11 as well. But I've got McCown in the mix here. These are still windows that this coaching staff wants to go ahead and get these evaluations in. So McCown for me, and the veteran presence in Dunn and Sonnet along that back line. I've got Johannes Heaps and Coffey as a midfield trio in this one. I've got Alyssa Thompson, Kat Macario, and I've actually got Trinity Rodman with a start in this one as well. I think if she's going 60 minutes in NWSL, maybe she goes 45 at SoFi and amongst some maybe some local home fans there. And we get to maybe see some of that chemistry building that we want to see out of this window, especially if Rodman is only on limited minutes. If she has a restriction, you're going to want to see that with maybe some other candidates in that forward core who are kind of leading the way to get more and more minutes and more starts. So I want to see her alongside Thompson and Macario.
Sandra, I'm shocked you don't have Shaw in though. You've been a Shaw stan.
I'm a Shaw stan. I don't know if the coaching staff is. I'm curious if Shaw is a player that is brought up in, answers to press questions, where she's in the category of players who are very young. And Emma Hayes has said that she's only 20 years old. It's a constant quote that she goes to. Shaw's only 20 years old. And you've brought it up too, Darian, where are the moments that these players are going to get their opportunities? Are they ready now or are they ready later? And I feel like she is in this group of players that Hayes wants to bring along a little bit more gradual. So do I want to start for Shaw? Absolutely. But there's a little part of me that also wants to be right. So if I'm going to be really bold in goal, I was like, let me try to put some
even it out elsewhere.
Yeah, even it out kind of up top. So that's why I went with that. But I'm surprised we didn't have a certain someone on our starting 11. I'm kind of surprised none of us had Michelle Cooper on our starting 11.
Because I wanted to put her in, but I think looking at the last camp, I went and looked at the rosters. She did so well as an impact player coming off of the bench. And I wonder if, maybe we'll see this camp, the first game she comes in at the 55th, the 60th minute to come and ball out. And then maybe the next match we see her get the start and ball out for 60. I still think there's a good build up for her. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. What am I talking about? Because Sentinor too, none of us had her.
No, but I love it though, because think about what Michelle Cooper does in 90 minutes, and then you get to cram that into 20 minutes, and she'll just go ham, right? And she'll go out there and do a thing. She'll depending on how the game is going, but she'll bring her energy and she'll lift it up. And she's also getting to that point in her career where she's getting wise about the game also. So she needs to go in there and hold the ball, keep the ball, and just keep the win. She knows how to do that too. So I think she's a good weapon off the bench. But going back to Shaw, because I do love her, but what she's going to need to do to get a place on this team is she's got to run with the ball. We need someone who can run with the ball at their feet and take on players and really offset the opponent with dribbling and slicing and dicing. We don't really have a midfielder right now other than Rosa Bell, who's not with us, that runs with the ball well. If Shaw can do that for our team, she'll get her way into the starting lineup.